Right.
Feliz Navidad.
Well, Merry Christmas. I guess now it's Christmas-ish, right? Pay no attention to
Feliz Navidad.
the same clothes that we're wearing, but welcome back to Jay and Sierra Poker Show. This week, in the vein of the female poker players that we've been talking about, we have a very up-and-coming female poker player. Her name is Abby Poker. The girl in the cowboy hat there.
What is my name?
Sierra Poker. Real original. So she's actually quit her finance job to become a professional poker player. She's does all the content stuff, but she just is starting to do like World Poker Tour interviews and getting in all that stuff. So very up and coming.
Should I do that?
Great. That's what I'm saying. This is like somebody that you want to look forward to. So this is her video we've kind of used we've clipped a little bit of her video here.
Thanks, Abby.
So she is playing 2-5, I think. 1-3 even. But this must be this is in Texas. I was gonna say this plays big for 1-3. So
yeah.
Here we go.
Texas is huge. The play's big.
Let's see if we can make. We're playing with Abby. We're going to be heard this time.
We're going to be heard?
We're going to be heard.
Okay.
See if we can make the right call.
Too easy.
I'm relying on you this time.
Okay. I'm going to win.
Yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. As I said, 1-3 in Texas. We're Abby Poker. Let's play this out here.
Okay.
See where we're at. All right. So she's got a little thing here. She's been getting Ace King a lot in this session. So sure enough, she gets Ace King in this hand, and that's our villain right there in the white cowboy hat. So that's who we're playing against in this hand. So we're early position. Mm-hmm. He's going to have position on us in this hand.
Okay.
We raised to $20 with our Ace King. I think pretty standard.
We're in 1-3. So Abby
1-3.
raises
She raises it to $20, right? Pretty
she
standard.
Has Ace King off, guys.
Ace King offsuit. Okay, yeah. I know that moved quickly there at the beginning because I just cut it right there. So this is our villain. We've got his cards blacked out, obviously, because we don't want
Tish
to.
Money
Tish
is
Money.
the villain.
He's
What
the
does he
villain.
have?
Well, let's see what he does here. Maybe we can make some informed decisions.
Okay. Tish Money.
All right.
Cowboy Rick's got that 10 too. I've got that.
All right. So Tish Money 3-bet us to $80. So little 4x there. So what are we gonna do? Now, what's interesting about this hand is you can see that they're talking back and forth.
She gives him that stank eye. She's like,
not only the stank eye, we're talking back and forth. And we talk about this a lot, is that you can use your female image
I do that all the
and
time.
personality at the poker table.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I do it with a little country draw sometimes. So I'm going to be a little bit of an Abby Poker here.
Yeah.
Depending
That's
on the
exactly what she's
location
doing.
where I'm at, okay? Because I'm a little chameleon. All right, Tish Money, what you got there? You got
That's exactly the conversation.
You got a little Ace Jack suited over there. That's cute. You got kings, Tish Money. What you got over there? And then make it a little cute, right? And then make them giggle a little bit.
And you can use that to your advantage.
Do I know what they have? Absolutely not. That's
to get
how this
reads on. Back to our hand.
Okay,
here.
back to our hand here.
Our hand.
So he raised to 80.
Raised to 80.
I am going to put him on 10s or higher here. Okay?
Okay.
Or something like, 10s or higher. Or probably the same hand as me. Maybe suited.
Okay, I don't think you're probably wrong in a lot of situations. Okay. Now, this is something I pulled this hand for specifically to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because we talk about a lot about female dynamics in the poker play and
guys
picking
are very
on you
intimidating.
and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
you hate when I talk about this.
Yes. So I think a couple things are going on here pre-flop. They're chitty chatty, friendly, great, right? You should do that. Be friendly with these people.
I do.
But there is an element of
Guys are jerks.
Guys
also.
are not jerks. they may try to intimidate you.
They do, and you don't believe that it happens.
I think it happens.
You two, this is the first time he's saying that because he doesn't believe that it happens when I talk about it. Have you turned a new leaf?
No, babe. Listen, sweet mother. I know it happens in generalities, but every time somebody raises you does not mean that they are picking on you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, in this particular hand, I think it's something to take into account, right? So you gave him credit for tens and above or ace king. That's a pretty narrow range. If I'm Abby Poker, I'm not going that narrow yet because I know my image.
Okay.
I know
Is she a
what
type player?
people are to. No, I'm gonna say no. She's not too tight of a player.
Okay.
She's a loose, aggressive-ish player for what I've seen.
Okay.
So what do you do here with ace king? You just got 3-bet to 80.
My ego,
Given all that stuff we just talked about,
my
what do you
ego
do?
gets to me sometimes, but again, it depends on player dynamic, how often they've been betting, all of the things, right?
But what are you gonna do here?
Let's say this is our first hand. I don't know this guy at all, right? So I've narrowed my range, and I'm just going to make the call because the range is there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just pretend like that.
I would disagree with you in this case. You've got a premium. Given all the dynamics I talked about earlier, I'm going to narrow his range even more.
We can't pretend.
Because look how deep we are.
Okay.
$2,500. He's got $5,000 something.
Okay.
So I'm going to put
Rebase.
in a 4-bet here to probably $300.
Okay.
Let's see what Abby Poker decides to do. I think she sides with you here.
I didn't see their pot size, sorry.
Yeah, we're pretty deep. Oh, she does 3-bet. Look, she agrees with me. She raised to 275, and he snap calls her.
Woo!
All right, 375, snap call, flop, Jack 77.
Jack 77.
77. Not what we were looking for with our ace king. But we do have the betting lead, right? Because we 4-bet that.
You see bet, baby.
Aces, kings, definitely in our range. We've showed hyper aggression. What do we do, babe?
I am Abby. I am going to see bet that thing.
Yep, I think we have to c-bet this. Probably doesn't have to be big. We're gonna fold out all his garbage hands. The only hands that call us are pocket pairs, and shouldn't have a 7. But we'll see what happens. I think Abby Poker agrees with us. Yep, she does. $100, and we get snap called.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. All right, 10 of hearts on the turn. Now what do we do?
Ooh, it's a tough one.
10 of hearts, kind of. Now, back to the range you said early in the hand. 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces is the range you're putting them on. Now,
Or
2 of
ace
those
king,
cards
or ace king suited or something like that.
are on the board here, and we got called already. So now the options on us, what are we doing?
Man, I keep putting pressure on. I want,
Okay.
he has to know, dude, come on.
Yeah, because all you've made is a small c-bet.
Yeah, so I want to put a lot of pressure on him right
Okay.
there, so he's thinking, even though nothing's. So put pressure on this guy. The pot is 7, so I would.
760.
Yeah, so I would make a pot size bet or $600 to $700. I mean, really put the pressure on this guy.
Okay.
But he has a lot more money than I do, so I don't know, but I really want to put pressure on. Hey, flashing lights, I got something.
I love the mentality.
Okay.
I love it. I agree with it. I think a lot of players make the normal c-bet of $100, and then if they whiff again, give up. Now's not the time to give up.
Yeah.
You want to keep repping those aces. Get him to fold any pocket 5s, that are going to beat you at showdown. But I think one more big bet, exactly like you're talking about, gets the job done.
Ding, ding.
Because
Fold, dude.
not
Fold
many
it up.
people are gonna.
Yeah.
And you did now the draw to the queen gives you a straight too. So queen, king, or ace improves your hand. So I agree with you. Let's do a big bet here. Let's see what Abby Poker decides to do this hand. She does bet it out. 275.
275. Abby.
Not the big bet we were looking for, but hey, she at least agrees
snap.
with us and snap called. Okay. All right. Ooh, okay.
Nasty king.
King on the river. Oh, there's her. Showdown value. Do you know what showdown value is?
No, I don't.
Showdown value is you at least got something,
Yeah.
right? You could go to you could show your
But
cards.
you
and
see
at
her
least have
fingers out. She's checking. She doesn't have it. Weird.
something. Well, she's checking now. What? Well, yeah. I wanted to stop it before you saw she checked. But what would you do on the river if? Obviously, we see she's going to check here, but what would you do? You hit your king.
Rip it.
Well, let's talk through that for a second, right? If you ripped it,
I'm representing kings or aces here, and I have a full house. Back up.
yeah, and man, it would put that guy in a tough spot, no matter what he had.
Back
right?
up. And you have to do it as a woman, as a female player, confidently. Like, dude, got it. Bink.
And that would put him in a blender, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if he had a 6, 7. If you
Women are
ripped
usually
it,
so happy to have it too. We're like, bink, all in. We couldn't put it in faster. So that's how you bluff it off.
well, in her mindset, she has showdown value now, right? So that means she beats all his bluffs. She's got something. But I think I check with her too. I want to see what he does.
Again, you edited the video. I'm telling you what I would do.
Yeah, and now that when you said that, it clicked in my brain. You know, because I initially just like, oh, okay, I got something. I'm going to check, probably call the river and see what happens. But when you said rip it, that's a great play, right? Because no matter what he has, you're representing pocket kings at this point, and you just hit a full house.
Mm-hmm.
So does he have to make a crying call with a 7 sometimes? Maybe. But he's going to fold out everything else. So I think Rip It's actually probably a great
Let's see
play.
how much
but
of a loser
I
am.
check it because I'm with her. He goes all in. So it's going to cost us our last 1,800 here. And we're in the blender.
Okay.
All right.
And she's like,
So we
you
check.
see it, and it's our favorite term that are one of our...
Well, now we have a king. She shows it, but she hasn't folded yet.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put him. What do we think he has to rip it here on the river?
Whatever my range was, 10s or higher, right?
So 10's full.
He's got
Jack's full, king's full.
He could have ace jack though. He can have an ace.
Does he rip ace jack on the river?
I think he rips. I think he rips ace jack. He could rip ace jack. People.
Is he bluffing at that point? Because if he had
Again.
ace, let's say if he had ace jack, king is a scary card for him.
Okay.
It was checked to him.
Yeah.
Why rip
I
it?
don't know, but
What do you
why
do?
would he have 7s? So if I'm Abby now, what I would do is I'd fold. I fold because I'm like, it's given all of the, I have something that says 1-3. She folds. She has to fold.
I think I fold too.
Yeah, I fold.
Yeah, it's just what hand does he have here that he
that's-
rips it?
Yeah.
Unless it, I don't know. I don't know what he would have to rip it. He's got to have a better hand than a king. He can have a 7.
I don't put, 7 is highly unlikely. I don't put him on that, but
She actually, she's got commentary here, and I'll summarize what she's talking about here. She has your mentality, my mentality. Like, what do you have here?
Yeah.
Like, she's like, if I thought maybe you had 10 jack. That's the hand she put him on. She's like, I don't think you would play 10 jack like this or rip it on the river.
Yeah.
But if you are, as a bluff at this, like, because then she's thinking, if you had 10 jack, you would have played it like this. But now you're turning 10 jack into a bluff because you put me on exactly ace king, and she's giving him credit. Like, if you did do that, that's a great play. So that's her.
But also,
mentality.
this is 1-3. Does she know that though too? Like, I don't think players.
She does end up folding, and we can see his hand there.
Jacks.
Look at that. He flopped a full house. Well, we would have lost a lot of money. Yeah,
I said tens or higher.
I liked your play on the turn of huge bet, right? Because we did our small C bet. Turn, you were like, hey, I'm gonna rip it huge here, $700. She ripped it small, $250 or something. But I like that play. Continue to rep aces there. Now, obviously, this hand, it wouldn't have worked. He flopped a full house, but
the river would have represented a full house.
yeah, if she went all in on the river, I think he's got a call, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But even, let's just say I had 6-7 in this hand. If you rip that river for 3x pot, like for $2,000 plus or whatever on the river, man, if I just have a 7,
can I be like
all in, he has the only hand, maybe pocket 10s too, that can call you, right? A 7 folds, a straight folds. I think a rip on the river. Now, when I first saw this hand and I edited it, I would have played it probably exactly like she played it. Maybe a bigger bet on the turn, but on the river, I'm like, I basically am in check call mode. I check. But when he bet all in, I probably ended up folding. But I'm like, okay, I got showdown, check, and looking at check call. But when you said rip the river for over a pot size bet, that's not a bad bet, because what hands can call you? Not many. One that has exactly what he has, and then you just lose the hand. Okay, but most of the time, that's going to work out for you, right? I think it would. Like jacks, tens, it's tough to make full houses.
Yeah.
So I think all those other hands that would have beat you end up folding. The only hands that call you are jacks or tens, and then you win the hand.
yeah.
So
That
great play on your part.
Yeah, because that king is scary, and I've been repping that I have kings.
Exactly, 100%. You've been repping those hands, and then it's very credible. If you rip it on the river, I got a full house. I'm gonna rip it.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting spot there. I think you would have won that hand.
Is your wife good at poker?
You wouldn't have won that hand because he's gonna call you. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you got kings, you got kings.
kings,
I'm not
yeah.
folding my full house here. So yeah, it's. I liked your aggression that whole hand. I don't think that's typically the line you take of pure aggression.
You taught me that.
Yeah, I think aggression wins.
Thank you, Garrett Adelstein.
I love Garrett Adelstein. Aggression wins at our stakes a lot, because like we said, like all those hands that beat your.
That's for real.
Okay, so there are 2 straight weeks of female poker players. What are your thoughts?
We're
You
good.
guys represent well? I think so. Yeah, the poker community for women has grown a lot, and I think it's probably a good thing because it
used to be.
it changes the game, right?
Just 3 years ago, there was, just like 2 or 3 women in a poker room, and now I feel like there's like 1 at every table, and it's.
All right, well that's it from us.
Merry Christmas.
I guess we'll talk after New Year.
No, we'll talk before New Year. Thank you
Somewhere
for
around New Year.
following us. We'll be in Tampa. We'll be blogging, hopefully live. We don't know how to do that yet, but
Jeez, a lot of expectations here.
vlogging, not blogging. Okay, and we'll.
All right,
let you know what we
guys.
do. Bye.